Hey cruisers, happy Saturday. Welcome back to Vlogtoberfest. Welcome to our long-awaited, much anticipated holiday cruising live stream. Today's live stream is sponsored by cruiseline.com, where you can find reviews, tips, and photos from real everyday cruisers. And I must say that when I was researching this topic, you guys, there was so much awesome information on cruiseline.com about holiday cruising. The way that I did it is I went just straight to cruiseline.com and typed the word holiday in the search bar, but there's so many different ways that you could approach it and do research on the website. So after the replay saves, be sure to click on the link in the description below to access cruiseline.com so that they know that you heard about them through us. We would love that. Also want to give a huge thanks to Steve Roth, who is a veteran cruiser of the week, who suggested this topic. Many of you have expressed interest in this holiday cruising topic over the last few months, and we want to thank Steve for pushing us to do this. We're really excited. Here's how it's going to work today, everybody. As you all know, we are in a live chat right now, and we are going to, in a few moments, roll the chat live on the screen so that the people watching the replay can see the chat overlay and get all the great information for you. So, Mr. Cruise Tips TV, drum roll. Roll the chat. Are we up? Okay, good. So now here's what I'd love for everyone to do. We are going to go holiday by holiday here in the live stream. So we're going to start with Halloween, then we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, then Christmas, and then New Year's. So if you could hold all of your questions until after I kind of go through my spiel about each holiday, that would be awesome. But what I would love for you to do is, while we are talking about each holiday, if you have any tips to share about that particular holiday, throw them up on the chat. We'd love to see that so that people can learn from you afterwards. Also, right now, I would love to know if any of you have ever been on a holiday cruise. If so, which holiday cruise did you go on? Was it Halloween? Was it 4th of July? Was it Thanksgiving, Christmas? And what was your favorite part about your holiday cruise? So all of you experts, experienced holiday cruisers, get in there and share your information right now. We would love it. But hold your questions until after I kind of go through the first 20 or 30 minutes or so of just kind of talking about holiday cruises and what to expect. So today we are actually going to start with Halloween. We're going to talk a little bit about what you can expect on a Halloween cruise. And anybody who has any expertise about Halloween cruising, now would be the time to tell us what to expect on a holiday cruise, what you experienced on a holiday cruise, a Halloween cruise, good or bad, and share your information. So here's what we researched about Halloween cruises and what you can expect. You can expect generally trick-or-treating along the promenade deck for the whole family. Definitely you can dress up. There are usually costume meet and greets. I'm reading from a list here, so if I lose eye contact with you guys, I want to make sure I get everything. You can generally expect a Halloween parade of some sort on any cruise line. That's a normal thing. Costume contests for kids and families, and costume contests for the over 18 set, I hear, is pretty common. Usually you can expect a Halloween dance party as well. There are also lots of special youth programs for Halloween, like contest parties, dance parties for kids of all ages. There's also really fun Halloween photo backdrops. I think that's really cool. I would love to take Halloween photos. I think that sounds like a blast. There's also, on some cruise lines, Halloween pumpkin carving demos, which sounds awesome. You guys have seen what these crazy, amazing vegetable chefs do with a watermelon. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what they could do with a pumpkin? I would love to see that. Also, the casinos generally host Halloween events, so hosted Halloween events of all kinds. There's also, in the food and drink category, there's usually special Halloween or kind of fall-like desserts and cocktails. You guys, I heard that Norwegian has pumpkin martinis. I'm like, why am I not going on Norwegian this fall? I would love to taste a pumpkin martini. That sounds so amazing to me. I've also heard that there's Halloween trivia and bingo, and also horror movie nights. Now we have a question from a subscriber. TMJD79 wants to know if anyone has been to Cabo or Vallarta in Mexico for Halloween, and if so, what to expect. So I want to get in and see what everybody is telling me about Halloween cruising. All right, Steve Roth. Hey, Steve, thanks for inspiring this episode. Steve said, don't be afraid to dress up. Norwegian has costume contests, dance parties, Halloween parties. Also bring along and pass candy around to the staff. They love it. That is such a good tip. I love it. I want to see what everybody else has to say about Halloween cruising. Any other Halloween cruising comments coming in, Mr. Cruise Tips TV? Not yet? Okay, you guys, anybody been on a Halloween cruise and want to share some information? Let us know in the chat so we can share with everybody else. Would love to hear more. Okay, so do you guys want to move on and talk about Thanksgiving a little bit? Let's talk about Thanksgiving. So I'm really interested to learn more about Thanksgiving cruising because it's the one that I don't know a whole lot about. I haven't heard so much information about what to expect on a Thanksgiving cruise. So if you are a Thanksgiving cruise veteran or expert, I would love to hear right now what we can expect on a Thanksgiving cruise in the way of decorations, in the way of cuisine, all of that good stuff. But from my research, I heard that most cruise lines sailing out of North America or in the general vicinity, kind of a more American-based cruise, will have traditional holiday feasts, turkey, cranberry, all the fixins, mashed potatoes, stuffing. Oh, I'm getting too hungry, you guys. I gotta tell you, planning this live stream has got me so into the holiday spirit. I am like ready to play Christmas music and bake a turkey. It is amazing how much it got me kind of in the mood for the holidays. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely feeling that way. Also, I've heard that on some ships, Thanksgiving night is formal night, which I think is really cool. If you're going to have a feast, why not dress up and enjoy it and you know, take part in some tradition. I've heard that there are some turkey calling contests, not turkey carving. There's those two, turkey carving demos, but a turkey calling contest. I think that's so funny. And I know Princess has had a tree of thanks in their atrium before where people can go and I guess add notes of gratitude to the tree's branches. I love that. I think that's so awesome. And I would really get into that if that was something that was on my Thanksgiving cruise. And all you football fans out there, guess what I heard too? So, how awesome is this and how traditional that they stream NFL games, especially on Princess, on their outdoor large big screens. So NFL Under the Stars on Thanksgiving, that sounds pretty cool because you're kind of keeping with the football tradition. I love that. And as I already mentioned, you guys, Norwegian has a signature pumpkin pie martini. I am so eager to try that. So anybody have any Thanksgiving experiences that they're sharing in the chat? Let me get in and check. All right. Oh, Crystal said they do Black Friday on most cruise lines and amazing deals in the shops. That is awesome. Caleb said in the buffet Thanksgiving night, they have turkey and food like that. Yeah, that's awesome. I've heard that, Caleb, that you definitely don't have to go to the main dining room, that you can go enjoy that. That's wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Nadia also likes the words of gratitude. That's so cool. All right. Okay, Cheryl said you ended up booking the steakhouse for Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, I think that would be fun too, but you might be missing out on a feast, but that's okay if you're, you know, enjoy the formality of that night. And who needs turkey if you're having turkey every holiday, right? Sometimes you get a little bit tired of it. Okay, I love this. Roxanne said, I went on a Thanksgiving cruise to the Southern Caribbean on Celebrity, and they have a traditional Thanksgiving meal. It was so good, and it was indeed on formal night. Okay, good to know that that's the case. I love that. And I love that Crystal said they do Black Friday on most cruises. I never would have known that. Jackie said Princess does turkey on the USA Day on every cruise. Okay, so USA Thanksgiving, great. Awesome. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Crystal said that Thanksgiving cruise food on Majesty was not very good. Oh, that's such a bummer. Let's see here. Joy said they went on a Thanksgiving cruise and had turkey dinner. As far as decorations go, they were decorating for Christmas already. Were they already decorating for Christmas? Because in my understanding, generally speaking, they don't decorate until early December. So I guess it could also depend on when Thanksgiving falls too. A lot of people saying that that they have turkey on the cruise. Hi, Vicky and Duffy. Hey guys, great to see you here. Okay, what else? Bonnie's wondering if in Mexico they do Day of the Dead. Yeah, we should find out. Let's ask if anybody's done that on Halloween cruise. I'm not getting a lot of comments today about that. Caleb said there were Thanksgiving decorations everywhere. Very cool. All right. Okay. Haha. Any other Thanksgiving tips rolling in, guys? Okay, let's move on to the big one because I think this is the one that everybody really wants to talk about, and that is Christmas and Hanukkah. And we have a lot of tips that came in from subscribers that I'm going to read to you guys, and we have a lot of questions about Christmas cruising. So now is the time, if you are a Christmas cruise veteran, to share your tips or your experiences about Christmas in the live chat. What was it like? What was the food like? What were the decorations like? What did the cruise line do that was special to make it festive? And then lots of other questions that our subscribers want to know about Christmas. Ryan Richards sailing on Star Princess and wants to know what the dinner menus are like like around Christmas and New Year's Eve. Lisa wants to know, do folks exchange their presents before, during, or after their Christmas cruise? And some of our other subscribers want to know if there's special activities or music programs or foods unique to Christmas season aboard the ship. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, before I give you my Christmas tips, I'm going to read Zachary Levine, one of our frequent flyers here on Cruise Tips TV. I'm going to read his Christmas tips because I really love them. They're really, they're very realistic. They're real world, and they kind of paint the picture of what you need to do if you're planning a Christmas cruise. And I feel like Zachary, because he's been on 3 cruises around Christmas, we should share those tips first. So number 1, Zachary said, the ship will be at capacity, so expect it to be crowded. Number 2, expect to pay more. Number 3, formal night will be on Christmas night, so you may have back-to-back formal nights. Number 4, expect lots of children. Yeah, definitely. Number 5, book more than a year in advance so you can reserve not only your cabins, but make sure to call your cruise line so you can reserve your dining tables, because if you're going as a family reunion cruise, you want to all sit together, you might not be able to get your tables together if you do not call soon enough. Number 6, if you're sailing on a mega ship like Oasis, book your show tickets as soon as you book your cruise. And Zachary's last tip is book your specialty dinners when you book your cruise. So thank you, Zachary, for those great tips. Here's a little bit more about what we know about Christmas cruising. So with Christmas cruises, guys, mostly the ships start decorating their Christmas stuff goes up around early December, not usually the day after Thanksgiving from what I've heard, but I want to look at the chat and see if anybody else knows differently. They do serve traditional Christmas and holiday cuisine. They have really elaborate, beautiful decorations. Every ship varies, but generally speaking, they are breathtaking. Extremely festive, loads of holiday music playing throughout the ship through the Christmas period, and even things like Christmas caroling. Holland America even has breakfast with Santa. Carnival has holiday shows where the kids from the youth program put on little holiday shows during the Christmas season. And Barbara Schaefer-Schulman, one of our subscribers, told me that Santa usually makes an appearance on the cruise ship, at least on Royal Caribbean. Santa arrived in a dinghy, folks. Santa pulled up on the side of that ship and brought presents for the kids. How cool is that, that Santa is on the high seas? I love that. Lots of people have told me that you can get holiday photos taken in front of the Christmas tree or the menorah for Hanukkah. I've also heard that there are Hanukkah parties, but Barbara said if you're going to one of the Hanukkah parties where they have Hanukkah food and things like that, get there early because it gets crowded. But the rabbi does blessings, they have Hanukkah food, jelly donuts, latkes, stuff like that. So those are definite possibilities. So let's see what everybody's saying in the chat about Christmas. I've gone on and on a little too long, and I want to see what everybody else is saying here. Let's take a peek. Okay. All right. Scrolling through as fast as I can. Yeah, Barbara's here in the chat. Thanks for your tips, Barbara. I was just telling everybody what you said about Santa riding his dinghy around the ship, and then he gets off and meets the kids in one of the rooms, and they have little gifts for the young children. That's so cool, Barbara. How nice of Santa to make time for holiday cruisers. All right, Roxanne said her first cruise was on a Christmas cruise to Hawaii on Norwegian. There were lots of decorations. I know, is there anything better than that? We have been on early December cruises and we loved the Christmas decorations. It was fantastic. Okay, let's see here. Jackie said this summer on Alaska on August 25th, they celebrate Christmas on the Princess Lodges because of Yellowstone National Parks. The national parks do that in the U.S. That is so cool. I did not know that. Hey, Ryan, good to see you. I just went ahead and asked your questions. I think that you're probably going to get a lot of good information today. Okay, let's see here. All right. I like Patty saying package tips in small felt Christmas stockings. That is such a cute idea. So for the staff, you give the staff little tips in Christmas stockings. And what an easy thing to pack. So Bonnie said that she's been on ships during the Jewish holidays and the ships supplied everything, the wine, the food for the holiday, prayer books, traveling rabbis, etc. You were pleasantly surprised. That is awesome to hear for our Jewish friends out here. All right, let's see what everybody else is saying about Christmas. Okay. Wow, Barbara, I didn't realize you've been on Christmas and Hanukkah cruises 15 times. That's amazing. So cool. Okay. Yeah, Karen's the one who suggested the stockings with presents. Very nice. Okay, what does everybody else have to say here about Christmas? All right, Steve is talking. We're going to go back to Halloween for a second. Steve said Mexico does Day of the Dead on Halloween. That's wonderful. Okay. CB, you're wondering, if they'll be decorated by the time you sail on December 2nd. I think if they're not already, they're going to decorate during your sailing. In my experience, it's usually the first week of December. Okay. Let's see. Tom W55 said Carnival Conquest did Christmas caroling and Christmas trees in the public rooms. Oh, I love it. Okay. So Cheryl is going on a Thanksgiving cruise, guys, and she took fall door decorations, but you've heard that the boat will be decorated for Christmas. That's so awesome. Okay, Bonnie said that the Caribbean islands decorate for Christmas starting on December 1st. Caleb said there are Thanksgiving decorations everywhere. Okay, yeah, let's see what else is coming in here. Sorry guys, sometimes it's hard for me to catch up. I'm ready.
From Aaron LeClaire.
Aaron LeClaire, okay.
If a couple wants a quieter, relaxing holiday cruise, would Hal be the best?
Yes, Aaron, Hal will be a great choice for a quieter, more relaxing cruise. It's very classy. The food is exceptionally good. And my husband and I had a wonderful time on Holland America on a Caribbean cruise pre-child. It didn't feel stuffy or old or any of that to us. It just felt wonderful. I love it. Ryan Richards said, I heard Princess does a reading of The Night Before Christmas. Oh, I love that. That sounds wonderful. Diana said that Christmas carols were a lot of fun on Celebrity. Okay. Let's see here. M. Dalton said, how is Princess K? We're going to go to Princess Keys on our Panama Canal and Caribbean cruise next month, and we will let you know, and we will vlog it for you, as long as it's good weather. What if the weather's bad and they cancel the private island? It would be so sad. Okay, Michelle Mitchner is saying that Ruby Princess had Christmas decor up the first week of December. You cruised to the Virgin Islands. Okay, so first week of December on Ruby, decorations were up. I love it. Let's see here. Someone is saying that, I want to get back to this comment. Okay. Who made the comment about the Bahamas here? I want to see what that said. I lost it really quick. Oh my gosh. SoCal Seth said, you can't say a Christmas princess cruise 5 times fast. No, I don't want to try. That would be so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Patty, when are you going on your 4-day cruise? I'm not sure if it'll be decorated, but give us your dates and we'll try to figure it out for you. Okay. Mr. Cruise Tips TV, any other questions coming in that you want me to answer?
From Cunard White Star Line, do you have a tip of Christmas cruise on Princess? I usually use Cunard, but I decided to change.
I haven't been on a Christmas cruise, Cunard White Star. You're switching over. I would imagine that Cunard is a very premium line, and your experience that you've had on Cunard is probably going to be very refined, very traditional, very dressy. It's very rare for me to say that Princess is going to seem casual next to anything, but the cruising experience on Princess probably will seem slightly more laid back compared to Cunard. Cunard is just very structured and traditional, comparatively speaking, in general, but I don't know about Christmas specifically. All right. Hi, James. Welcome. Awesome. Crystal said that on Thanksgiving, their cruise to Nassau was already decorated for Christmas. That's very interesting, you guys. I don't know. I think that the cruise lines are varying a lot. Okay. Okay, let's see here. What else is coming in with the related to the holidays? Okay. Well, what do you guys think why don't we talk a little bit about New Year's Eve? Go ahead.
Nothing.
No? Okay. Let's talk a little bit about New Year's Eve. Has anybody in the chat been on a New Year's Eve cruise? And if you have, tell us a little bit about it. My understanding is that most of the cruise lines have a New Year's Eve bash on the Lido deck, live music, house band, cruise director staff, all kinds of fun like that. And then they have New Year's Eve balloon drops in the atrium. So does anybody know who's been on a New Year's Eve cruise? Does the countdown occur on the pool deck? Does the countdown to New Year's Eve occur weather dependent in the atrium? Where does that happen? I've also heard that a lot of times they will broadcast those iconic shows like Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest, and that there's also amazing New Year's Eve parties in the nightclub. So get it in the chat and let me know, you guys. Let's see here. Okay. New Year's Eve, Nicole said New Year's Eve was formal night and there was a balloon drop around midnight. Yeah, definitely. Okay, Caleb said that by the end of their New Year's Eve cruise, the Christmas decorations were down. Rockstar Bruce says, when we went on Celebrity a few years For New Year's Eve, it was so much fun. They have a bar with an iced top, which is really fun. That sounds great, Bruce. Sounds really fun. All right, Shelly, yes, you missed us talking about Halloween. We covered that a little while ago, but you can watch the replay and hear a little bit more about it. Okay, Diana said New Year's Eve is so much fun. Very hard to get a spot around the balloon drop in the atrium. Okay, Carter Imlay says on New Year's Eve it will be very crazy. Countdown for you happened in the atrium. Bonnie said I couldn't stay awake until midnight. Bonnie, me neither. I can't remember the last time I stayed up until midnight. Oh my goodness sakes. Let's see here. I want to hear everybody else's New Year's Eve comments. Go ahead, Mr. Cruz Tips TV.
Well, this is holiday related.
Holiday related.
JCB says, do you think the prices go up during Valentine's like it does for other holidays?
JCB, sometimes Valentine's Day cruises are a little bit more expensive, but they're not that bad. There's one factor surrounding that I should share with you. They are not astronomically more expensive like Christmas would be. By the way, I want to make that really clear. It's not going to be anywhere near that expensive, but Valentine's Day sometimes falls very close to President's Day weekend, which is also a 3-day weekend, and so it's a more popular time for people to cruise. So because of that, sometimes if Valentine's Day is roped in on that 3-day weekend, it can be a little more pricey, but I would not hesitate to book something on Valentine's Day. Okay. Robert Sahaj said, are there fireworks on any of the holidays, or is it true that Disney is the only one that does fireworks at sea? Robert, my understanding is that Disney is the only one, although I have heard of some doing them on the 4th of July, actually. Okay. Caleb is talking about New Year's Eve and said the countdown was happening everywhere on the ship and they had split screen on the TVs showing everywhere on the ship. Oh, that's so wonderful. Nurse Nancy, I don't know if they celebrate Sweetest Day on board. We'll have to see if anybody else weighs in on that. Okay. Nadia wants to know, guys, if New Year's Eve has a lot of children left over from Christmas. I would say probably, but probably not as many. Yeah. Welcome, Paula. Good to have you here. Okay, let's see. Steve is elaborating on Halloween's for Norwegian, saying that Halloween on Norwegian includes Halloween costume contests, dance parties, pumpkin carving, and trick-or-treating. And I want to see what else everybody's saying about New Year's Eve. Courtney is saying, does anyone know if a New Year's Eve cruise will be like on Norwegian? Oh, okay, it looks like Steve kind of answered your question for you there. Sorry about that, Courtney. I'm a little behind in the chat. Amy Rogers wanted to let us know that Scott Singer of Scott Singer Cruises here on YouTube, one of my favorite YouTubers, has a great blog out about his New Year's Eve cruise on the Eurodam, and that is a Holland America ship. Yeah, Scott is he's a really thorough cruise vlogger, and he has a lot of experience in the cruise industry, and his vlogs are the best. He's a total sweetheart too, so make sure you guys watch that. Bonnie, do the ships have live Christmas trees? Not on any of the ships I've ever been on. Does anybody know if there are live Christmas trees? Okay. Let's see here. Cool. You guys have so many good comments coming in.
Bonnie Bernstein wants to know if the ships have live Christmas trees.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just asking that a minute ago. I don't know, Bonnie, if they have live Christmas trees. We're going to find out for you. Courtney, is there usually a party on NCL on New Year's Eve? Yes, there will be parties. And they'll probably, after the New Year's Eve countdown, they'll probably take it to the nightclub, if that makes sense. Okay. Very cool, you guys. Let's see. So let's time to bring in any other questions that you all have about holiday cruising. We're going to stay around for another 5 or 10 minutes to talk a little bit about it. We'll probably wrap up around 12:35 or so, you guys, since this has been a little bit more of a quiet topic today. Let's see here. Yeah? Did you have any other questions for me?
Is anybody interested in Christmas market cruising?
Oh, yeah. How about this? Has anybody ever been on a Christmas markets cruise, on a river cruise? And if so, what did you think about it? I would love to hear. Melissa, yes, there is a traditional Thanksgiving feast on Carnival. As far as we know, most of the mass market cruise lines all do. If they are sailing relatively close to North America or the US, they do have traditional Thanksgiving feasts. They do celebrate Thanksgiving. And I'm seeing people weigh in and say that they do not think that there are live Christmas trees. I think it would probably be a fire hazard because if it gets dry, I'm gonna say no, you guys. I'm guessing that due to all of the the careful consideration about fire, that there's not going to be live trees. Megan wants to know if anybody's ever got a mini Christmas tree for their room. I'm seeing a lot of people say that the water was really cold around their Thanksgiving cruises in November. That would make sense. Let's see here. Robert Hodge wants to know, is there anything like a secret Santa gift exchange on any cruise? Robert, I haven't heard of that. I think that would be something you'd have to do with your own party. Ryan wants to know if Princess would do multiple days of Christmas dinners. I don't know if they do a Christmas Eve and Christmas Day feast of roast beast, but that is an excellent question. Okay. Ms. Jumbo Jet said, any ideas on what we can do extra for our wait and room staff since they are spending the holidays away from their families? That's an excellent question. And when we get asked that, we generally like to say that it's good to give them cash, phone cards, things like that, so that they can determine, because they're very limited on space. Always Be Booked is here. Hey, Tommy, it has been a very long time since we've seen you. It's so good to have you back, man. Let's see what Tommy is saying today. He said, hey guys, Christmas in a Blue Chair Bay is a great song to get in the spirit of being in the Caribbean for the holidays. Tommy, we were just talking today about, we wondered if we could play music on our live stream today, and that's totally a song I would have loved to have played. I'll have to listen. Cruising with Wheels says, too bad, nothing better than the smell of a real tree. I know, that's such a bummer. Okay, let's see here. Oh my goodness sakes. Yeah, SoCal Seth said, turns out dried trees are very flammable. Yeah, definitely not so great for a cruise ship, right? Okay, Nicole said, question, how can you be sure that the two parties in your group can sit together if you both have the same traditional dining time? Nicole, that is an excellent question. If you have a travel agent, your travel agent needs to call the cruise line and try to make arrangements to have your reservations linked. If you are working without a travel agent, you need to call the cruise line yourself as early as possible and let them know, hey, we'd like to sit together. What do we do? If they brush you off and dismiss your request, what you want to do is when you board, the day that you board, whichever cruise line you're on will probably have sort of like office hours in the main dining room, probably around somewhere like 1 o'clock. And you can go talk to the maitre d' and make sure that those tables are together. And usually if they can accommodate you on night 1, they'll have you accommodated by night 2. Cheryl said that they will be sure to give thanks to their staff on Thanksgiving. And Cheryl, how will you be doing that? Will you be writing them notes, giving them tips, just hugging them and thanking them? What will you do? Okay. Avocado. Oh, hey guys, good to have you here. Jenny's Cruise and Travel Vlog said the Christmas tree on, I'm going to say this wrong, TUI Cruises Mein Schiff was fake but looked super real at first. Yeah, they do look really lush and real, don't they? Okay, Amy said, I've been on 3 Christmas market cruises in Germany and I love them. It tends to be less than going on a river cruise during the summer. That's really interesting, Amy. I love that. But the time is very limited to when you can do that, right? Sounds like Kent is listening to us while packing. Bonnie suggested taking a battery-operated menorah too, not real candles. That's a great idea. Stephen Kyle said you can bring a Christmas tree air freshener for your cabin. That is so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Steve, that would be cool. Steve said, I would love to hear Christmas carols in the Caribbean on steel drums. Wouldn't that be beautiful? That would be so awesome, right? Like you're in your swimsuit and your cover up, but you've got like Christmas steel drum bands. That sounds like the ultimate. You guys, I'm getting the Christmas cruise bug. Obviously, it's too late to book one this year, but I don't know, honey. What do you think? Should we look at next year? Maybe a long one, like a 10-night, so it's not quite so crazy?
I love it.
Gosh, I would love to do that. You guys, I really want you to tell me, those of you who have been on a Christmas cruise, how did you do gifts? Please get some information here in the chat about how you handled Christmas gifts on board a cruise. Did you wrap them and put them in your suitcase? Did you wrap them on board? Did you keep them small? Did you go all out? Did you put a Christmas tree in your room? How did you handle the gifting? Please let me know. Roxanne, this is a very nice idea. Roxanne said, this Christmas I'm wanting to give my room steward tips and phone cards and cash in a wrapped Christmas present. That's so cute. I love it. Yeah, everybody's saying that the ocean's really cold in the Bahamas in November. I keep seeing this comment pop up. Is it the same person or is it different people? Nurse Nancy, you're getting bit by the Christmas cruise bug too. I know. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Sorry guys, trying to keep up with the chat again. Lots of people packing for cruises. How fun. Okay, Peggy said if you want to bring extra cash, extra for the crew, how many people should you account for? Probably your dining steward and your room steward would be enough. Maybe a couple $1 bills for people in the buffet that day or something like that. Okay. Mitch Trahan said, we try to stay frugal, but we'll have to save for a holiday cruise. Off-peak months stretch the cruise funds. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Onyx Travel said, we went on the Carnival of Magic for Thanksgiving. The dinner was nice, but the decorations were not on the ship. Oh, that's interesting. It did not feel like Thanksgiving to you. Oh, that's a bummer. So Carnival's maybe doing a little bit of a lackluster job with that. Stephen Kyle wants to know, guys, if the cruise lines serve eggnog. Okay, SoCal Seth said, I wouldn't recommend wrapping your gifts and putting them in your carry-on for the airport. Okay, definitely. Teresa G has an excellent idea about gifts. I would buy gifts that could be opened and used on the cruise-specific ones. Gay Hunt says, I just yesterday booked Hal Koning's Dam. Awesome balcony out of Fort Lauderdale for Christmas. Awesome price. Took gifts, stockings, battery candles, the whole deal. Best ever. That sounds so fun. I love it. Okay, I want to see here. Oh, Travieso L said, my wife just announced to me that we're going to spend our 10th anniversary on a Christmas cruise. That sounds wonderful. Lisa said, is the water cold in the Caribbean at Christmas? I guess everybody's saying it's a little bit chillier. Yeah, I'm hearing that it is a little cooler, but probably not everywhere. Maybe in the Bahamas it's pretty cold. Oh, I love it. Barbara said their Hanukkah present was always just the cruise. Even at 12, students, your children probably love that gift. Royal Caribbean has eggnog, I hear. Yay. Okay. Let's see here. I want to look and see if anybody else has any answers about the Christmas gifts. Hi, Warius the Dragon. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. All right. Liberty Cruiser said, do not wrap gifts if you're flying. Take paper and wrap it on the cruise. Okay, good, good. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. Okay, let's see what else is coming in the chat here. You guys are so funny. Group cruise on New Year's Eve. If I were to do a group cruise, I would never do it on a holiday. That would be too much, you guys. Come on, you'd all hate me for that. It'd be too expensive. Oh, I love it. Cruising with Wheels says the cruise is their Christmas gift, but maybe throw in a candy bar too. That's so cute. I can totally see you guys wrapping candy bars. Oh my gosh. So funny. All right. Roxanne said, I try to shop earlier for Christmas gifts for family I'm not traveling with in exchange when I get back before Christmas Day. If I didn't shop earlier, I'd buy Christmas presents on the islands. I know, right? And then you have to kind of cart them back. Oh, I love it. Ryan Richard has a tip for us. Bailey and coffee for Christmas morning. Yes, very simply put. I love it. Amy Rogers said, I went on my Christmas markets cruise the first and second week of December, so there were no Christmas present exchanges, but if you have a great opportunity to buy the presents in all the markets. Steve is saying that the Bahamas water was a little chilly, even in early November, but yeah, I would think that it probably will be just a tiny bit. Everybody here is pretty much saying that that they take their wrapping paper on the cruise and wrap on the cruise and or take very little in the way of gifts. Very interesting. Robert Hodge says, I wonder if any of the cruise lines track Santa. I don't know, but if they don't, they should use the NORAD app, right? We love the NORAD app in our home and in our family. We always do NORAD track Santa, and I think it's so much fun.
Pretty fun.
What's that?
Movies Under the Stars.
Movies Under the Stars. Oh, wouldn't that be so cool if they did it on the Movies Under the Stars screen? Hi, Brandy. You're watching from Virginia Beach. That is so cool. Very cool. All right, you guys. We're going to actually wrap up in a few minutes here. Does anybody have any last-minute questions about holiday cruising or last-minute tips they want to share? If you would like, what we can do too, guys, is we can do this again in the future, talk a little bit more about it, share some more tips. What does everybody think? Do we want to do this again someday? No? Too boring? I'm just teasing you guys. All right, so I want to tell you what to expect for our next couple of days. We are going to be bringing you an episode tomorrow. Is that right, honey? Sunday. We're going to be bringing you an episode about cruising mistakes we will never make again. And then Monday night, I'll announce the time later, but it'll probably be somewhere around, it'll be Monday or Tuesday night. We're going to do a live stream. And we want you guys to come back and tell us what cruise mistakes you will never make again. So we're going to talk all about big fat ways to ruin your cruise, things that you don't want to do, pitfalls, stuff that all of our new friends can avoid. So that's what's coming soon. I'm going to go ahead and check and see if any last minute questions are coming in before we sign off. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. Oh, what about Easter, Bonnie? I don't know. What do you guys think on an Easter cruise? Do they have traditional Easter feasts and some church services and things like that? Probably. Let's see if we have any other holiday related ones. Okay. I think we're going to wrap up here, you guys. Thank you all so very much for tuning in today. Thank you for all your wonderful holiday tips and questions. I think this has turned into a nice little informational episode that people can watch in the future and gain some knowledge. If you have questions after the video goes live, go ahead and leave them once the video saves to a replay, and we'll try to answer them for you, or hope that some of our subscribers are able to tune in and help out. See you guys tomorrow for our next Vlogtoberfest. Just a reminder, we are vlogging and doing some kind of video every single day in the month of October. Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, so you know when our next video is going to be. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye.
Cruise around the week.
Hey, click me to subscribe.